So we need to help her then, don't we?
If we can help her, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to go to the battlements?
So what, as David feels, traps this lady here? Many believe this to be the astral energy of Sir Roger Vaughan's wife. He was captured and killed in the border town of Chepstow in 1471. So does she still wait for the love that she longs to return?
You know what I'm going on? Simply the look. Right. If you can say someone looks Welsh, right?
Yeah.
She looks Welsh, but I know there's an English connection, and I guess that's her husband, who she stands here and waits for. She's facing that way. She knows he's not coming back. He's either been killed fighting, or what I'm trying not to say, he's been executed.
You're trying not to say it, but that could be what had happened to him.
But it could be because that's what she's trying not to say. She doesn't, you know, I'm not saying I'm channeling her, I'm not doing that, but it's almost, like I said, standing here, I can get deeper into her presence, and it does feel, she knows he's not coming back, but she stands here almost out of a matter of respect for him. She's in my mind's eye, she's turning away and walking back, specifically showing me that she walks back into that bedroom, the very first one we went into them. The image she's giving me is that she just lies down and effectively her life is over and she dies. She didn't literally do it, but that's figuratively what she's saying to me.
Sir Roger Vaughan's wealth built much of Tretower's manor house, and it's openly thought that his heartbroken wife is the female apparition seen staring in the same southeasterly direction as her husband's execution. It was now time to switch to night vision and split into groups as our investigation continued in complete darkness. With Derek, Stuart, Ian and Louis heading to the main bedchamber, Rachel, Kath and Joe decide to try their luck in the castle tower. However, ghosts suddenly became the least of my worries. Little did the rest of the crew know of my fear of bats. In fact, not many people realise how scared I really am. Now, if you want evidence of this, here's my own personal encounter from a previous investigation at Cornwall's Prideaux Place.
I'm just wondering if there's a tunnel that goes to the house, but then, you know, that there is not this sense of it goes all the way to the sea. There is not a sense of that at all for me. However, it may have taken it away from the...
Bats!
Oh, was it a bat? I didn't see it. I didn't even see it. So you'll be on this vigil later then.
Oh shit, it went right.
I never even saw it.
My bomb's gone.
That's what you get for shining torches into dark places.
So, having discovered that these winged things also live amongst Tretower's rafters, David, Richard, both Johns and I hurriedly head across the building's battlements to begin our vigil in the upper part of the mess hall.
What if there's bats here? What is that flickering?
Oh, what? What's wrong?
No. There's bloody bats. No, I know this is a really bad phobia of mine. A really bad.
to help you deal with it.
Oh no, John, no, we haven't got a torch. Please help us.
Come on! Oh!
I think we managed it. I think we're all right.
Okay, let's go in there.
Come, Richard.
What's this?
Oh.
What is it?
Oh, what was that?
What?
Did you hear that? Creak?
No.
Yeah, I just heard a creak. Is there anybody there? Hello?
Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry. No, it's because of these bats that are making me... If anybody knew how I am so... This is one of my biggest phobias. It is, I have this fear, this absolute fear of...
Hello?
Hello?
Come on, somebody here. That was a real...
No.
I sure just saw...
Wait, I heard
that. It's like a pebble dropping on the floor.
Yes.
But only a small one.
To be fair, it could be something from the roof. It is quite a... Mind you, there's no wind. There's no...
Can you do that again? Can you make that noise again for us? Someone here.
If there is, please can somebody give us a sign, let us know that you're around? Can you do something for us, please? There is a lady here present. Marianne? Or Marianne? Is that right, Marianne?
Marianne or Marianne, yeah.
Please, can you let us know? What?
What?
Did you feel the ground?
Yeah, I did. Oh, that's you again.
No, I never moved.
Explain exactly what it was.
It was like,
I felt on a...
if I do that,
Yeah.
it makes you feel it, yeah?
Yeah, I
it's
felt
like,
that.
like the floor shuddered.
My phobia of bats may have initially put me on edge, but with David and John both testifying that Tretower's shaking floor wasn't down to natural circumstances, we did start to wonder who else was walking amongst us. Tonight we were tackling both the elements as well as a castle and a keep that may not want us around.
There is an astral behind you, Ian. I don't mean to upset you, but he's in your
Oh.
Set against rugged Welsh hillside, Tretower's court and its castle now both stand as hollow shells of their former selves. The Vaughan family name may be synonymous with this land, but do a battle-scarred husband and his forlorn wife still haunt the home where their physical bodies were last together? Although horrified by a daunting swirl of bats overhead, I was happy to continue my first-floor vigil with David, Richard and both Johns. And further along the gallery, Derek, Stuart, Ian and parapsychologist Louis were keenly exploring the desolate delights of the main bedchamber.
Roger Vaughan, are you in this area with us? If you are, we graciously ask you to give us some kind of indication. We would appreciate it if you could do something for us to let us know of your presence. I don't know if that's the camera, but 3 times I've seen a light.
I saw a light there as far as...
Did you?
Yeah.
Roger, was that you? Could you do that again?
What colour light was it?
White.
It was white light. Yeah, that there?
Yeah.
Was that you, Roger? Are you now trying to communicate with us? Please, if it was, with total respect, can you do it again?
See, I don't know where this leads off to in here. Does it go anywhere? No, it doesn't, does it?
Like a
no.
toilet or something.
No, it's okay. There's nothing. It's dead end there, Derek.
The noise came from in here.
Well, yeah, I heard it.
A flash of light and, interestingly, the same trembling floor that we had encountered on the same level. So had this group been in the presence of Sir Roger Vaughan? And a few hundred yards away, Rachel, Kath and Joe were also now in position at the dark and decrepit castle that Derek had also earlier visited.
Now, you know, as we've come here now, again, we've got the team physical and what have you, but I'm now getting energised by individuals that must have been, I don't know, housed here or stayed here, been here. And the only way I can describe it is like, to me, this feels like, I hope I'm getting the right word with this, you know, like a garrison type effect.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, a lot of men, and maybe there was different floors. I don't know. It's like, it seems to be